What's going on, everybody? I am Shane from Heads and Tails. With me, we got Ken from LMK Reptiles. What up, Ken? How you doing?
I'm good, dude. I'm good. I'm always good.
Heck yeah, we're doing another episode of Late Night Snake Bites. This is the big bites on this one. So I did pin the link at the top if anybody wants to jump up. We're doing open panel for sure. Come on up. Man. So you got 2 clutches on the ground?
2.
Yep. And your first one was 3, your second one was 7?
Yeah.
Dude, that's nice, because my second one was 7 also. I feel like you're going to run into a lot of the same problems as I did on my first, but your second is going to do the same thing as my second, where you're just getting a bunch of healthy babies. Hey, what's going on, Cole? What's going on, David? I appreciate you guys.
What up, guys? I do think that there could possibly be like potential with smaller babies not doing as good. You might have to assist feed the smaller babies. You might have to work with them more. So, I mean, if that's the case, if I have to do that, I'm going to stop breeding at 900 grams. Because I think that's what gave me the smaller, well, not like 900. That one was bred around 1100. The only one that I started breeding at 900 was the one that the blackhead that just walked because she hit the wall. She wouldn't eat.
Well, that's the thing, though, is even though you started breeding at 900 on some of those, others it was later, but I think it matters more on when the eggs actually take, when the female actually starts to build those follicles, because just because you're pairing doesn't necessarily mean anything's happening there.
Yeah, it don't mean you're going to have it.
It was weird because Cleopatra, she was actually the oldest snake I have. She's like 3 years old. Like she was 3 when I got her, so she's like 4 now. But she was like 1300. She was actually the heaviest when I started pairing. I did 1350 by the time I started pairing with her.
Dude, what was weird is
but her babies were small, man.
What was weird, the one that laid first, the Wajit, the VPI Xanthic that's het lab, she didn't get paired till like a month and a half, 2 months after the pie. You know,
see,
so
that's what I'm saying. Isn't that weird? That like, yeah,
something happened. It was just like, bing, I'm good. Let's go. And that second time around, and where the other time it took longer.
Right. I thought my piebald was going to be the first one to lay. That's the first one I started pairing. Cleopatra was actually the first one to lay, and then Mrs. Buttersworth, and then Roxanne. So it was like she was the first one to go, but the last one to lay.
Right. I don't know. I mean, there's different factors into this, but I just can't believe that girl was the first one that went. Like, if I was going to pick an order, it would not have been that one. What up, Dave? Hey, did I ever tell you that dude's pretty cool?
Yeah.
Dave from Synergy Morse?
Yep. I think you said it a time or two.
Dave, you're probably going to get tired of me saying that. I'm sorry, but you're pretty fucking cool to me.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
it's weird. It's weird as to which ones take and which ones don't at what times. You know,
there's a lot.
I feel like I got super lucky, dude. I paired 3, got 3 sets of eggs. You know.
Yeah, I mean, if everything goes that I paired, I'm going to be overflowed with snakes. But I got plans and outlets. I got plans and outlets.
You're over here hoping you get lucky and they don't all lay eggs at the same time.
No, I just want them to lay spaced out. I want them to still go.
That's what I said, at the same time.
And it seems like it's working. Because it's been 2 weeks since, a little over 2 weeks. Yeah, since that first one laid. No, it laid the 10th. And what's today? The 25th? So yeah, like 15 days since the first one laid. And if it waits another week or 2, then I'm right where I wanted to be. But I hope in another week or 2 I don't get like 4 clutches. I hope only like 2 go. and then like
Right.
give it another 3 or 4 weeks, and then 2 more go. What I'm hoping for, I know somewhere it's going to bite me in the ass. Somewhere it always does, but we'll see.
Man,
I
my
mean, people
bigger
gearing up
concern for
already to
you
start
is,
pairing for next year, and I'm just like, hell, my year
Yeah.
barely even started yet.
well, dude, I didn't have a lot to go this year. It was like I only had 3 females up to size, so
Yeah,
I
well, my
started pairing
females
them
decided to hit a
early in the
growth spurt.
season, I guess.
There was like 4 or 5 of my females that hit a growth spurt, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna put some male to it. Like that Mojave. You remember me telling you like Leo needs to get to size, Leo needs to get to size? That was like in March. I didn't start pairing her to April, and she looks like she's about ready to go. Like late March, early April. I mean, I'm telling you, that
Yeah.
snake looks like she's gonna go soon. I'm picking her to be the next snake to go. Now I could be wrong. I was wrong with the first one, but nobody would have picked her to go because she just didn't look it.
Right.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, I mean, I start what?
I just had like I can't see the camera, and I just had a software update come down. Like, whoop, software update. I'm like, no,
Oh man,
I
like
don't
right
want
in the
that.
middle of the stream.
Well, I said no, not now, but it just popped up like, boom. Hey, no,
Right.
not right now.
Nah, man. It's gonna be good, dude. I'm excited for you because I'm hoping you do get some of them badass snakes. Like otherwise
I look at it
it's
this
gonna be
way: I got to
real
hit
tough
some
for you.
odds, and I got to miss some odds. So I just hope I hit the right odds. If I do, I do. If I don't, I try again next year. Yeah, well, I mean, that Xanthic girl, she did go off food, but she just didn't look like she was building. I mean,
Right.
and her eggs ain't really all that smaller than the other eggs. It's just that there wasn't as many. There wasn't that many.
Right. Right.
But they are a little smaller. I mean, you could see it.
Man. That's the weird thing is that all the eggs were like the same size.
Yeah, the eggs are like the same size.
But I got one clutch that they were all like 50 grams and under, and the other clutch they were all like 70 and up.
See, I didn't even weigh the eggs.
I didn't weigh the eggs. I weighed the babies.
All right, well, the babies, yeah, I'll weigh them when they come out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
dude, I'm kind of mad at you because it's like we were like pregnancy twins, and you kind of dipped off on me, man, and took forever. Now you got eggs coming and not. Well, all right. I guess hopefully your clutch hatches around the same time as my last one does.
when did your last one lay?
My last one is set for August 13th is egg cutting day.
There's no way, dude. My egg cutting day isn't until like September 3rd. That's like the day 55. Like she didn't lay till July 10th, and then July 14th, a couple days later, the other one laid.
Damn.
So I mean, you'll go, and then it'll be like my time.
Hey, what's
It'll
going
be
on,
my go.
Blakers?
What up, Lakers? I don't know, buddy.
Yeah, that's cool too, though, because then we can then we can promote each other.
Yeah.
Hell
yeah. Go check out Snitch or Hets. Yeah, I'm stumbling. Go check out Hets and Tails Morph Market page. He just listed some animals.
I've only listed one. I've only listed one.
One so far? All right.
The reason I only listed one was because that's the only one that, like, for one, I think has a solid price that I'm willing to sell it at. Some of the other ones, prices are pretty low on them, and I would just rather keep them. I'm like, well, if I'm only going to get 150, I'll keep that thing. Which one.
Yeah, I mean, that one, yeah. I mean, that's a pretty snake.
Yeah.
The one that I think is just a lesser pastel, but it's just a really, go get it. Go show it. A really good copy of it. I mean, tonight on My Animal House, Justin showed a Mojave pastel, and man, the snake looks really close to it. So if Mojave pastel looks like that, why couldn't a lesser pastel? When lesser and Mojave do similar stuff, I wouldn't have guessed it. Would not have guessed it. It made me, like, right from the beginning, because that's what I thought it was, a Mojave pastel. It made me think that you sure that your snake's not Mojave and not butter. But I mean, the other things look butter, but this one looks Mojave. It's weird. It's one of them things. But it's a really good, high quality example of that. And it's that clown.
Okay, my dude. So for the record, it's butter, not lesser. And I do believe they to be different genes.
They're the same gene, only different.
Same, but different. All right. So let's see how well that picks up.
Look at that thing. It's orange. I was thinking there was spot nose and everything else in that thing, but now I really just think it's a butter lesser or
it does
butter
have like
pastel.
It does have a weird like blue tint to it. If you look in certain lights. Hold on.
I'm telling you, like, you sure you don't got hypo mixed in there somewhere? That's not a head hypo?
I am not sure, and if there were hypo, then this would definitely be a visual, because look at that.
I don't think it's visual. I just think it's a strong het marker.
I don't know, man. It's either in shed right now or it's a hypo, because it's got.
Look at its eyes.
It's not in blue.
Oh, I mean,
it's not in blue.
Test it. I mean, it wouldn't be insane off the head to head that you only got one. But
well, okay, so this girl, Elvis, get out of here. Oh, shitty.
See, that one almost looks super pastel to me, dude.
Okay, this one is not super pastel. If you look
yeah, but I'm just saying.
If you look at butter spot nose pastel, that's what they look like. I believe this one to be a butter spot nose and this one to be a butter spot nose pastel. Or a pastel butter spot nose.
I don't know. I mean, those are some really cool snakes. I will say there are some really cool hatchlings.
I know that this one doesn't have the spot nose, but if you look at his yellows do come up a little bit like real close together. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's the only thing I can explain it looking like this. So that's why I haven't listed this one, by the way, is because I do not know. Unfortunately, both of these are boys. And then
sausage fast.
I got this female, which, okay, so I am not positive, and in different lights, she looks different. So I believe this one to also, all right, so I'm thinking that the blue in there is actually the butter working because both of the other butters have that blue too. So I don't know, maybe.
I think that's a butter inchy Batman.
Maybe. There we go. I don't know. Do you think that it's Enchi?
Yeah, and she's got to be there because it's so the pattern's lightened so much.
So here's the one thing that's got me saying no to Enchi, but maybe because of the butter in there that makes it crazy. Oh, and by the way, check this out. Come show your eyes, girl. Oh, right there. That's not picking it up. She got green eyes.
But there's that eye line on there too that draws back. That makes me like I see that in a lot of yellow belly complex genes. And you're not supposed to have no yellow belly or anything in there.
Well, butter makes green eyes.
Yeah. Well, pastel makes green eyes. It's pastel that makes green eyes. Butter
so
makes
does butter.
blue. All right, well, maybe I thought it was blue. But
butter makes green eyes. It is in the blue-eyed leucistic, but that's only once it gets into the blue eyes. You know, like a Mojave doesn't have blue
green,
eyes.
Maybe that's making me think maybe pastel was in it too. Maybe it's a pastel empty butter Batman. Maybe that's the all gene animal.
It's not pastel. I can tell you right now, it's not. There's no pastel in this. No way.
No, because that head stamp's full. All right. Okay. The head stamp's too full.
Not just the head stamp. All right. So we'll start off with the head stamp. It is. Oops.
I could definitely see the leopard in the head stamp.
Oh yeah. I can see. I believe what I see is Enchi in there.
Yeah, I think Enchi's there for sure.
And the leopard, I know it's leopard because not really showing up much.
I could see it. There's a black pattern down the middle of that.
Yeah, so it's got a black stripe down the center of it. But judging by this one's color,
I don't know if spot nose is in it. It's up in the air about the spot nose for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if there's spot nose. Well, see, it makes more sense if there is, though.
I mean, after seeing those pictures I sent you earlier of those Batmans, I kind of leaning towards it is in there, but only because of what I see, not because I see it in the snakes. I see other people's snakes that are listed as it.
If I can get it, it's a weird color. I don't know. Are they all this brown? Like, are all clowns this brown, or are they more yellow when they're babies? You know what I'm saying?
Both of mine were like, I don't know. When they went to shed, they looked brown, but after they shed, they looked like auburn gold color, or I mean,
like clowns, I really think
they're neat.
All right, so hold on real quick. These guys are trying to escape. Let me go put these back, and I'll grab the other clown to compare.
How's everyone doing tonight? Hopefully your night's good. Oh, I'm tired. Still a little beat up, sore from I hit a deer the other night in the car. Right now I don't have a car because the insurance company took it. I don't know whether they're going to total it or not. I didn't hear nothing back from them yet, but I pretty much think they're going to total it. That car was fucked. But I got gap insurance on the loan, so it'll be paid for. So I won't have to cover for anything. So if they do, whatever they call it, if they do take it from me and get rid of it, it'll be paid for. I was talking about my car.
All right, so this one is the pastel Enchi Batman. I'll give it a second. Let her come out, or let him come out. So this one's the boy. This one is the girl. And if you look at them, come on, little buddy. Come on out. Say hello. All right. So obviously super yellow,
And
very
like
brown.
like a tannish, yeah. I think it's the butter changing it.
Right? Because this one looks like a damn rubber ducky. You know? Hold on. Hold on. See, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Unless there's a color changer.
I've seen Enchi butter leopard. I kind of thought that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought that, but I seen a couple of the.
I didn't think I hit spot nose because I didn't have the crazy ass headstand. Come on, turn your head, dude. That dude got a badass headstand.
I'm gonna say, yeah, that one's the Batman, and that one's not. Batman, no spot nose.
Right?
Spot nose, no spot nose.
Cool. I kind of think that too.
Yeah, now that I see that their
What
head,
up,
I don't. What's up, dude? I don't think that spot nose is in both of them. Dave's agreeing.
This one is the female. Which she's super cool. Hold on. You sit there. It's a good spot for you.
I'm not going to get my new one out, the latest one I bought. I haven't really ever showed her live because she's just going to strike at the camera. She's a little angry bitch.
So the one thing that, all right, it's either no spot nose, no Enchi. Something is different about this one than that one. What up, Eric?
What up, Eric?
Things pinned at the top if you want to come and jump in.
Yeah, you need someone to pop in
So
because
if
I'm
you
going to get
can
ready.
look at,
Tired,
you see
dude.
the tail, how like the pattern goes all the way down the tail? I know it's probably,
I could kind of see it.
okay. This one, you go in there, hang out there. Let me get this one stretched out again. So this one, that pattern stops. And that's how I know that it's an Enchi Batman.
All right.
Is because the pattern stops. Obviously it's easy to see that there's pastel in there, you know.
I disagreed with that for a while. I didn't think pastel was in it because I thought it looked too good to have pastel in it.
Nah, bro, look at that blushing up there.
Yeah, now I see. At first, I didn't see that blushing, but now I could see it. But at first, I
We
couldn't
have another guest. What up, 666?
What up, Nick?
Nice. We have another guest.
Yeah, some
Can you hear
backbeat
me?
or something.
Yeah, they are definitely peaceful snakes.
Now we're good. So how you been, Nick?
So yeah, that's the brunt of my whole dilemma here is figuring out if this thing is or isn't butter.
Definitely butter.
See, it does have kind of like that same kind of tint that the other two that aren't clown do, but man, I don't know, because I don't know. I didn't get any regular clown babies to find out, like, if it was the same or not. I feel like a leopard clown would be a darker stripe. The fact that it's so brown.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. My bad. Had to connect my old Bluetoothy. The Bluetoothy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because at first there was like all kinds of noise coming from you. It was like, wow, Nick's rolling in with some noise.
So really, the question is my yellow one just that yellow, or is this one also a butter?
No, that one just has butter in it, changing the color, for sure.
Right?
I see butter too. I see all that butter and rolls and everything.
I see butter all over that.
Make it like
It's-
a
That one's got
roll.
so much butter in it, it's slippery.
Did you have a good birthday the other day, Ken?
It was all right.
Look at the
It's
belly
okay.
on this one, bro.
I mean, we're
I
adults,
know you hit a deer for your birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, I had a
Look
deer.
at that, Ken.
That's neat. Look at that. That's some wicked pattern. That's the spot nose coming out.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Or is that the butter, the one without spot nose? No,
Here's
that
the
was
other one.
yeah, that was the one with spot nose in it. That's right.
Yeah. Its side patterns are crazy.
That might be a little bit of some kind of paradoxing. That's not normal.
On that side, and then you look at this side.
Yeah, and it's pretty. I mean, there's no pattern to the dots. There's not supposed to be, but I mean, that other side's just a little weird.
Dude, it looks weird on both sides, man.
Hey, Shane,
What up?
is your channel 420 friendly?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But isn't that weird, dude?
Yeah, like I don't know. That's just a little different. You don't see that on much.
So now are we sure what I got? Because I don't know now.
Dude, I'm never sure of what I got. I feel like I'm every time I think I got it figured out, I question it, and then
That's
go
gonna
on
be
like
me
a
with my
3-hour. Yeah, we look for like 3 or 4 days, 3 or 4 hours a day, trying to figure out what we got, and then our minds change instantly again. So
Yep, that's my future for sure. Sleepless nights trying to identify my snake right.
I just threw my bamboo in with my other bamboo for the first time. I'm hoping to God they do the deed.
Get
I keep
some
checking
super
on them every-
bamboo blue-eyed Lucy's.
Yeah, I want some white snakes. Like I was telling you, we did good at that show, but a lot of people were asking for white snakes. So
Heck yeah.
White
I gotta-
snakes sail, dude. They
yeah,
sail.
I'll be right back.
Who
I'll
wants-
put these away.
Blaker said he'll give you 200 for it, Shane. For that female. That'd be a hell of a deal, wouldn't it?
I was gonna say, I don't think he's quite gonna do that.
Did you win
I
any
think he
snakes at that
actually-
auction?
I've been on a couple. I mean, this Mystic Het clowns were cool. Everything else, like I really wasn't into. But I mean, I like the Mystic Gene. I would have liked to pick one up for cheap, but everyone always outbidded me, so I didn't. They still got it for cheap, but I only had access to like $100, and I didn't want to go over $100 and have to pay them like Friday. So I
how
mean,
does it work? You bid on it, and then they contact you through Instagram or something, and then you just send them the money, or how does it work? Or you got to like buy in before you do it, or something?
No. You if you win the auction, you hook up with the person who has the snake, and you pay them, and you worry about it from there. I mean, now they said they was going to take till next Friday, this Friday, to take payment. That'd have been cool, but I don't know. I mean, one went for fucking 70. I kicked myself in the ass for not bidding 80. And then one went for 90, and then the other one went like for 120. And it was just like,
Some
oh,
of them
damn it.
went.
I wish I
Some
would have
of
got
them
the
went for a
$70.
lot. Yeah, I watched it. Some of them was going for a lot, but I mean, some of them were really good deals. Like, I think
Yeah, they were
somebody
still
got
good
one
deals.
that was like,
The ones that went for 300 to 400 up in them range, they still got a hell of a snake.
oh hell yeah, because those snakes are at least $1,000. Some of them,
I wouldn't
you know
say
what I
quite
mean?
1,000, maybe 750, 600, 750,
I don't know that
850.
one he
what?
said he sells them all day for 12. I can't remember what it was, but he was
Oh,
like,
the
yeah, sell them all
that
day.
HRA, the HRA clown female.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
think it sold for like $500.
I think it was 450, something like that.
Yeah, that's
No, it was
sweet.
500. It was 500 even because they got free shipping.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
dude that bought that snake, he bought a bunch of shit from him.
But
was like winning
there was
every-
an HRA clown female on Morph Market a month ago for 450. I wish I would have had the 450 to get it. I was like, man, I want it. I just so want it.
Hey, you got all them
Yeah.
eggs in the incubator. You'll have plenty of money in no time to buy some badass snakes.
Yeah, I'm kind of holding off until because I got to sell these snakes. I got to have room for these snakes. So I'm kind of holding off on buying until I cycle
them
through
babies.
and see what's what. I mean, can't keep buying snakes because I ain't going to have enough room for these babies if I do.
Our
I gotta-
albinos
I gotta
that we
make
had
another
out
rack.
just shed. I don't have to make another rack. This is my baby rack right there. And it's a pretty, I mean, I could put 3 and it's 7 shelves. So 7 times 3, I suck at math, but it's a pretty good bit, but it's not enough. But
So I don't know what happened today, but like my heat tape, they said it was delivered and I didn't find it. I contacted Bean Farm and was like, it wasn't in the mailbox. It wasn't on the porch. I didn't receive
who do
this.
you
What's
go
going on?
through?
They said, I go through Bean Farm. That's where I get my tape from.
Oh yeah. Because you got you said something about that before.
Yeah, they sent me a discount code for everyone. I sent it out to everybody. Everyone gets a 15% discount, and then if you use that discount, I get $5 off my next order.
That's
But
right. So is your racks routed down or are you elevated? Like, are
I
your
don't know.
racks?
What I'm going to do is just like basically cut a hole in the side of my rack because I just had it built. I paid $100 for this piece of wood thing built, that'll fit the tubs that I wanted. So now I'm just going to take the measurements and right there at the height of each shelf, cut a slit and slide in 2 pieces of heat tape, connect it, staple it down or push pin it down and then do the connections right on the outside. So I have all the wires out here. If that heat tape go, just clip it.
You're gonna get the heat tape stuck on the tub.
Yeah, you don't want your heat tape, and that's what I was going to get at. I had to throw away a shit ton of heat tape not long ago because it was rubbing it, and I'm telling you, once that heat tape starts waving out and bubbling up and shit, it's fire hazard for real. So I would recommend at least routing, as much as you can, but 1/8 of an inch is, that's what I do.
I have a way you can do it without that though. If you put like
you're talking about those things you were talking about, yeah.
Like you know that plastic like super thin shower stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the back or whatever, slide that, but make sure you still got like however wide your heat tape is. If you went like 4 inch, 5 inches, 7 inch, or whatever.
I got 14-inch rolled aluminum back there. If I cut it in half, it'll be 17 or 7 inches. What I was thinking about doing is just laying the heat tape down and then like maybe spraying the back of it to glue it so it sits flat, like where the tub's going to be touching, and then taking that metal and then fastening the metal down.
Hey, what's going on, Ashley?
What's up, Ashley? So the heat tape heats the metal and the metal heats the tub. So that's probably what I'm going to end up doing now that Nick said that.
Rain coming out here to spy on me. I caught her. She was like, oh.
We can't hear you now, Nick.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
my bad. I accidentally bumped the microphone. My thermostat on my heat tape on this rack is like 110. But that's how hot the heat tape has to get to heat up tub to 88. So if you have to, I would experiment for real. Like I would do.
Oh yeah, when I get that
Yeah.
rack built, I constantly take the temperatures like the first week or two to see
Yeah.
where I got to keep that set at so it works.
I've never used heat tape under metal. In theory, it'll work, but like, my name is Nick Pip Stalkers. Nick Weir's Nick. But yeah,
Ashley's
I
out
don't
there
know.
building all them cars all night.
I like to route it, or I like to elevate it. You know, like have it on
Right.
rails.
I do have a router.
And
I could possibly route it. I have one.
And your rack is just wood, right? It's not melamine.
Yeah, it's just wood.
Dude, melamine sucks to route. Like, I route wood. I'm in maintenance. I work on this Air Force Base, like doing maintenance, so I'm pretty handy. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I grew
dude,
up.
I can
building
route, but routing melamine, that shit was
Yeah, because
ridiculous,
it's
man.
particle board.
Yeah, and it's glue, all that glue and everything. It took me all weekend to route
Yeah.
7 shells all weekend. You know, but if it's wood, like this PVC right here that this is, dude, it's like
Yours is a melamine, right, Ken?
No.
Yours is just wood, right?
Yeah,
It's
his
just
is just wood.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It would be
Okay, cool.
super easy for you to do it. Like just it'd be done. You know.
Well, it's
And then
kind
you
of
don't
My
have to
shelves,
worry
I can
about it.
also pull my shelves out. They're not
Yeah, you just
stuck in there
unscrew 'em.
or
okay,
fastened,
good.
so I can shake them and pull them out. Like,
Awesome.
because it's warped a little bit, and like the groove is straight. So since the wood is like shit wood, you know what I mean? Because all shit wood you get fucking nowadays is shit wood. Nothing's fucking straight. So you got to shake it, but you can pull them
Set
out.
my wiener.
Yeah, except my wiener.
Set my wiener. But for real though, and if you're gonna use wood, I've figured out there's a product they make and they sell it at like Home Depot. You probably heard of it, but it's called Dry Lock. And it's like what you put in a basement or wherever to keep moisture out, water from leaking in, and that shit works. Like I put it in our lizards or monitors enclosure, and I
Right.
did it like 3 or 4 coats, and you can't even like you can pour a fucking bucket of water in it and it will not seep out. It doesn't touch the wood. You don't have to worry about it, warping, and it'll make that rack last forever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But like I was saying,
hopefully
back to
sooner
the
or
Is
later,
it
I'm going to
toxic,
upgrade
though?
some racks. I mean, I'm not.
No, it's not. Mm-mm. They have different kinds of dry locks. Some of them, but none of them are toxic. But they do have them just like great foam. They have the pond great foam. They also have like a pond dry lock. It's like $100 more expensive a gallon, and this shit ain't cheap. No, don't get me wrong. It's expensive, but it works. And it's way cheaper than melamine, because melamine, a sheet of melamine is like $80 where I live. And if you're building an 8 shelf rack, you're gonna have to have like 4 or 5 pieces of it.
Right.
So that shit gets expensive. But if you use dry lock and just regular wood, then you don't have to worry about it, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper. But no, dry lock's not harmful as long as you do it like as long as you let it cure enough, like 24 to 48 hours, really, dude. It's awesome. And I even like in my Tigers enclosure, I did it and then I painted it because it's white, So then I painted it like a brown, and I just use latex paint. It's not gonna hurt it. No.
No.
Now, if I was using, I would never
seal it some.
Yeah, I would never use like oil base or any kind of, I guess. I mean, even at that, I don't think oil base would hurt it, unless they're like eating copious amounts of it.
Right.
I don't think it would hurt it. But that latex paint I put on that dry lock, man, he's got sharp ass nails, and he ain't even scratched the coat off of it. So I don't know. I like that stuff. I would recommend dry lock to anybody that has any kind of animals that have to have humidity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It works. And
so I think
like
I'm
you were
gonna
saying,
have to start. I'm gonna have to start building my my little boxes for the shows. The little
oh man,
acrylic boxes.
I'm gonna go grab something.
Boxes?
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you what I used for my first show. I'm gonna show you.
I figure it's gonna be a lot easier.
I'd just rather sell some snakes and go buy the kit. They send it to you.
I mean, isn't it like $2,000 for the nice setup?
I don't know. I didn't even look into it yet. I guess I'm gonna have to sell more snakes.
Pretty sure it's super expensive.
You're talking about the acrylic cases?
Yeah, I mean that's very true. That's very true.
They
Actually,
are
if you're
they're
spending
expensive.
$80, because I was gonna say the sheets of melanin by me are
Melamine.
yeah, they're $46.
That's
But
what I
the
use.
sheets of PVC are $128.
Yeah, just little bigger deli cups.
Well, this is
they're
actually
square.
this is Pet Supply United brand. It's actually for like reptiles or spiders or something. But I ordered. Well, it's plastic, and I mean, you know, it's not acrylic, and it doesn't look all fancy, but it gets the job done. These are $5 a piece, dude, and they're
Hey, by
plenty
the way,
big.
how many millimeter thick do you think I would need if I did a PVC sheet? I should go and measure mine.
3/4. Well, if you do PVC, you can use 1/2 inch.
What?
But if you're using PVC, you can use 1/2 inch. That's what this is. This is I don't know if you see it. That is
Yes, I wanted to
PVC.
use 18 millimeter.
I
That's pretty thin. I don't know.
Which 18 millimeter, I believe, is 3/4.
Yeah,
Well, if
probably.
you're gonna do 3/4, that's fine. But you don't have to go that big. Like if it's cheaper to do 1/2 inch, you could totally use 1/2 inch. Because
Okay.
PVC, you know, pretty strong, and as long as your shelves aren't like 6 foot long and 3 or 4 foot wide, you shouldn't have much sag. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's what this is a 1/2 inch, and I routed out a fuck ton of it. I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but that's all routed out, and I still have so much strength because, you know, PVC is really strong.
Yeah.
But the only reason you have to use 3/4 on melamine is because, well, if you're routing it anyway, I'm sure you could use 1/2 inch, but I can't find 1/2 inch melamine where I live, but I'm sure you can. But if you use that, you're not going to be able to route it. Because if you route that, you know, it's that pressed particle board shit. It's just going to fall apart. So you have to get 3/4 melamine if you're going to route it. Now, if you're going to do what you're going to do, like if you're going to run those tub surround pieces on it,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can use whatever you wanted because you're not going to route it. So,
Right. If I'm not going to route it, yeah. And I don't have a router, so I might as well just go with the cheap route.
well, that tub surround can get expensive too, because I use that shit at work every day.
Well, I seen that. All right, so it is also $50 a sheet.
But you don't have to have a bunch of that. You only have to have
exactly.
Like
one
this.
sheet will do possibly 2 racks.
Yeah, because you're just going to cut it slits, right? Essentially,
Exactly.
like what, 4 or 5 inch wide slits. Yeah. No, that would work. You just have to make sure that shit is. I don't know how thin it is. What is it, like an 1/8 of an inch or something?
Yeah, they have a bunch of different thicknesses too. So,
it's just to me it would be harder. Just me personally, I wouldn't want to build it like that because you have to take into account. Do you build your racks upside down? Like, do you build them upside down, or do you like?
I built the first one, but I don't know. I used kind of a totally different method. I didn't build a box.
Well, what I'm getting at is the more you have material wise, like this is how it's going to go when you build your rack. You're going to have wood, then you're going to have those pieces, and then you're going to have your tub, and then you're going to have another piece of wood.
Right.
But in between your your tub surround and your bin, you're going to have a piece of cardboard. So that way, after you screw everything together, you pull all that out, and you still got slide room, of course. But it's just more pieces involved for me. You know, I'm a simple man. I don't know. I've never done it like that, but it would work totally. In theory, that's perfect. Because that fiberglass can get
Actually, I feel like if I use a router, I'm gonna fuck it up.
Dude, it's so
easy.
It's so easy, dude.
Yeah.
You put some clamps and a big long framing square that's long, a metal one. Just clamp that bitch to it, measure it out, and just go to town, buddy. Because your router's not gonna move. up or down. It's gonna stay
We'll
stationary.
see,
I'll lay
man.
around.
We'll see.
Well, I tell you what, if you want to send me the money, I'll build you one. How about that?
That's my whole point on doing it is that I'm not trying to
You
spend
don't have to
money.
spend
You
the
know?
money. Yeah, no doubt.
Otherwise, I got a guy. He gives me a hookup on them, like all my other racks I bought. But I'm like, man, I gotta build one of these things. It can't be that bad. I'll figure it
Well, we
out.
did. I've built all of the ones, like none of the racks we ever bought. I've built every single rack and 90% of our animals enclosures, that aren't snakes. But I know we did really good at the show. I mean, I was so surprised of how good we did. So I'm
That's
thinking
awesome.
here soon, I'm going to buy me a nice rack. You know what I mean? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to fucking spend the money and get me a metal rack. That damn. Oh, UCDs is a great idea because it's so thin. Yeah,
Right.
it's really good. Yeah. But yeah,
Mhm.
I'm going to buy me a nice rack. So what is that rack that you got, Shane? What is that?
Mine's from Lone Star Reptile Racks. It's PVC, but I think it's like half inch. And I was thinking like, man, if I were to make one, I'd want it a little bit more
You're
sturdy
talking-
than this.
I thought yours were metal, like metal frame with the tubs. It's not. Oh, okay.
The rat
Good.
racks
It
were
looks
metal.
nice.
The rat racks were metal.
Oh, okay. That might have been where I got confused.
Yeah.
I know that rack you're always pulling your things out of. That's a nice looking rack.
It
was fairly
is, dude.
priced.
That's PVC. But I mean, this guy makes really good ones, and he uses the Freedom Breeder tubs.
It's fairly priced.
So kinda like if you buy a bunch of them, like I did, he cuts some price for you. But
It's still kind
like
of priced.
6 rack is $650, 3 rack is $350. You know, stuff
yeah.
like that.
Dude, I've been looking online and I'll try to pull it up real quick, but I've been
It's not that bad, but I think
like
so
sea
for
serpents.
$650, I believe that I can build 2.
Oh yeah, no, $650, man. Man, you can build a lot of racks with that.
I'm about ready to pass out.
I've been
I'm going to
looking.
bed.
Later, Ken.
Later, guys.
Later, Ken. Night, night, baby. That's what I've been looking at. The
Yeah,
sea
for
serpent 8 tub, and it's only
The
$475.
B35 though,
Yeah,
got to go with that 70.
yeah. Well, I'm thinking I'm just going to use this for like holdbacks or babies that don't sell or whatever, because it's only 8. And let's be honest, I can't do shit with 8 rack. In all reality, when I do buy a rack, I want to buy the big, something that I can put all of my animals in.
Right,
Right. Like at least all of my adults. I want like a 30, 40 tub rack. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing is like whatever I do end up selling out of these crazy babies I got and all this stuff, all that money's going right back into the same thing.
Oh yeah, that's us, no doubt. Like I opened up a Square account. Have you done that?
Mm-mm.
Well, whenever you go like to start selling snakes, I would recommend doing Square because they send you a free card reader that plugs into your phone. I made pretty good money at that last show, but it's all in that account. I have a debit card that is 666 servants that is from Square. And like you said, all the money that we make from anything that has to do with selling animals, doing whatever, it goes right back into it. Because if you don't do that,
for sure, Ashley, I appreciate you for stopping in. See you later.
You're gonna be broke all the time. You know what I mean? Like we're trying to make it to where we don't have to use money from the snakes for bills. You know what I'm saying? Like
right. Yeah, I'm hoping whatever I push, it'll end up paying for the material for another rack. Sorry, pause for the cause real quick. I'm not in a state that I can.
I'm not either.
I'd be worried about the feds, man.
Fuck that. More than half of this country smokes pot. Half of this country is stoned right now.
I know, but I be giving out my address, bro.
Oh, I don't do that. I know you don't really.
It's my business,
might not think albinos are the tits, but I love them. And this is my first one that I ever hatched. And it just shed out. And my freaking God, dude, I'm in love with this snake. Baby albinos are some of the most beautiful ball pythons I've ever seen in my life. Just because they have the color on them is so freaking bright, you know? I mean, when they get older, they lose a lot of it. But, I mean, Jesus, the white.
I feel like as they get older, they get brighter.
Well, I feel like like our pastel albino, yeah. But like
my spot nose albino has gotten looking like she's been looking better with age, you know.
Well, I feel like when you put different stuff to it, it does.
But she was a really light albino to start with, so like her darkening up is actually looking better, you know.
Hell yeah.
What up, pal Rob? I'm on a safety meeting. All right, guys, we've been going for 50 minutes. That's good.
Yeah, I definitely don't give my address out. Not just for the pot reasons, but for other reasons.
Right.
But yeah, dude, check this out, man. What do you think about this? I live in Alabama, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm sure retakes are illegal where you live, right?
Nice.
Like reticulated pythons are illegal in Texas?
They're not illegal here.
They're not?
Fuck no, nothing's illegal here, bro.
Well, they're illegal as shit here. Well, anyway, we had that expo. We had that expo, right? And this dude comes in, and he's got a fucking baby retic in his hand. A fucking, not a super dwarf, not none of that bullshit. This is a fucking tiger retic. Straight up mainland. That bitch gonna get 25 foot long. It could, you know what I mean? So he brings it in the show, and everybody knows they're illegal here. Like, what kind of dumbass is gonna bring that to a reptile show? He's not vending, and he's trying to sell this. Look, though, let me finish. He's trying to sell this snake to people, right? He comes up to my table. He offered to trade me a $1,200 fucking retic for a $40 ball python. I think he was trying to set me up. I think he was trying to set, because why in the fuck would somebody trade me a tiger mainland retic for a, like I said, $40 ball python? Why would that happen?
Probably because he knew it was illegal, bro. He had to get rid of that.
Right. And I would be a dumbass to accept that at a reptile expo in front of all them fucking people.
All right,
know?
So tegus are illegal in Texas.
Yeah, they're illegal here, and that's why I don't give my fucking address out.
But nobody cares.
Well, Rose City Reptiles, I'm sure you watch his shit. He lives in Texas.
Nobody cares. Like literally, not one lawmaker cares. They're like, oh, whatever, dude.
Texas is different in the sense that Texas is that state that don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can honestly say that, like, when we go to the big show in Austin, we have a pretty big show in Austin going each year. Dude, there's like 4 people breeding tegus, and they got some baddies, bro. They got some baddies. So you're like, man, this is,
That's
like it does. I have a tegu.
Are illegal.
I bought one,
but retics ain't that weird though? I mean, you would think that.
Yeah, dude. I bought one $250. She's sitting in the living room.
Yeah, well, we ordered ours a long time ago, like probably about 4 years ago, and this was back before, you know, I was big into YouTube. I didn't watch YouTube. I literally knew nothing about fucking USR.
It was definitely a sting operation. They were gonna get you.
I think it was, bro. I really think. I mean, to me, that's
you're bringing in something that you obviously, dude, it does sound. I asked him. I said,
"Look," I said. He said that he would trade that, and my old lady was just wanting it. She was drilling. I want a fucking retic, but we can't have them, and I'm not doing that. You know, like I said, we bought our lizard a long fucking time ago, and we didn't know.
Yeah, anything Steve says the same thing. He is a cop. Everybody.
Well, anyway, he said, "I'll trade you. I like that little ball, that banana ball python. I'll trade you this retail right now for it, straight up. I said, what's wrong with this snake? Has it got some kind of fucking parasite or respiratory? Like, why are you doing that? Why would you? And I asked him straight up, why the fuck would you trade that snake for this snake? And he said, because I don't have any ball pythons. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking liar. Get away from my table now with that fucking snake.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
nah,
saying?
man.
I straight
Crazy.
up told his dad, man. And then
Bro,
people like
I don't
that.
know. I have looked it up as best as I can, and all I can find is a $13 permit to own any venomous snake in Texas. It's a $13 permit.
In Alabama, there's no permit. You're not allowed to own any venomous snake. You're not allowed to own any indigenous snake, and you're not allowed to own any snake that's venomous that's not indigenous. So, like
All
a
right,
cobra,
so all indigenous
you're not
snakes we
legally
are able to
allowed.
own. We are able to own all indigenous snakes. The non-indigenous exotic snakes, that's a permit. Or non-indigenous exotic animals. It's not even just snakes, like animals in general. So if you want a kangaroo, it's still the same permit.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me rephrase that. I was saying, like, what the fuck are we talking about, dude? I'm sorry, I'm ripped.
I don't know. Shit being illegal as shit.
Yeah. I don't fucking remember. Fuck it. It don't matter. I'm stoned.
Right.
Man, fuck that dude. Fuck that dude for trying to do that. And then I was like, I don't have room for that. He said, and it really kind of pissed me off at that point because he said, oh, it don't need a lot of room. I keep it in a box this big. I was like, dude, you're a fucking asshole. Get the, like, what the fuck? Like, why are there people like, oh, yeah. What I was talking about, I remembered. I was referring to venomous. Like, I'm allowed to own colubrids. I'm allowed legally to own rat snakes, corn snakes, whatever. Those are indigenous here. But as far as venomous, you're not allowed no venomous. Like in Alabama, it's illegal for me to rescue a rattlesnake from being killed. Like if someone had a rattlesnake in their house or yard and they wanted to call me to come get it, they're not allowed. I'm not allowed to relocate it. It's illegal. It's a felony. So like, I mean, I do it because I don't want I don't want the snakes to die. You know what I'm saying? So I will do it if they call me. But it is illegal as shit, which that is stupid. It shouldn't be illegal. If I'm releasing it into a national park or a real wooded, non-populated area, why does it matter? Mm-hmm. But they tell you if you see a snake like that and you don't want it in your yard, you have to kill it. Like there's nobody to call because it's illegal to do that. And that is crazy to think, like you can't even help them if you wanted to legally. And like I know people that own rattlesnakes in Alabama, and it's like it's a big deal. Like you can't tell nobody. At that point, it's not even. Oh, that's fucked up, Kyle Rob. Why would you shoot a rattlesnake?
So shameless plug, real quick. Anybody that does want a ball python, doesn't have one, or does want a venomous snake, go and check out the San Antonio Reptilian Nation Expo coming up in 11 days. 10 if you count today as tomorrow.
What kind is? But yeah, what that dude said, I understand people shoot them and shit, but to me, it's kind of hard. It's like, why would I shoot an animal for being an animal?
Well, I mean, like, at least they eat them.
Well, if you eat them, that's different. No, if you're, look, Kyle, Rob, or whatever, if you're eating it, that's awesome. Yeah. I kill deer. You know what I mean? I go hunting. I kill deer, but I eat them. To me, it's senseless to kill an animal just because you're scared of it. But if you kill an animal and you're eating it, then props to you. I retract my statement. But, yeah. And if you're shooting a rattlesnake, I don't know. You're probably not eating it because you're probably shooting it with a shotgun or something and it's blowing it to smithereens. But that's,
Nah, man, you can shoot the head off a rattlesnake real easy, bro. I've watched my old boss at the junkyard do that shit like 8 times.
I wouldn't never know because I don't kill snakes. That would be kind of hypocritical for me to kill a snake when I breed and sell snakes.
I didn't have a say-so in it. I worked for a guy, and it was his shop. So he was out there. I was like, he's like, oh man, that's a rattlesnake. And I was like, there was 2 snakes and there was a green one. And I was like, nah, that ain't a venomous snake. I'm like, that's a vine snake. You know, that one's fine. And he's like pulling out his gun, trying to shoot him like pow, pow, pow. I'm like, hey, chill out. But he killed a bunch of the rattlesnakes.
Senseless. We put a,
I gotta say though, he made it look like he'd done it a bunch because he was like bang, 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 like.
Well, especially in Texas. I mean, you know, I understand there's a lot of rattlesnakes and shit out there like that, but
yeah, we're under. Exactly. See, yeah, Ty Rob shooting him in the head. Exactly. You can absolutely get a lot of the snake left from just shooting it in the head.
I just feel uncomfortable.
Do you know that if you cut off the head of a rattlesnake, you have to bury it? Like around here, that's like the rule. You got to bury the heads.
Well, they say that because it can still.
Right, because they're still alive. Right.
I mean, it's not like I don't know if it's like a thing.
Right.
I mean, it is a thing that people do, but that's the only reason. It's because they could, you know, if you was dumb enough to touch it,
right,
it's gonna envenomate you for sure.
Absolutely.
But I mean, the best advice I give to people is if you see it, try to shoo it off, or if you don't, you know, every snake I've ever encountered doesn't want to bite me. Everybody says copperheads are mean. They'll chase you. I've never been fucking chased by a snake, and I've seen some big ass rattlesnakes, some big ass.
So for everyone that gets chased by a snake, on
what do you do?
Occasion, maybe, but I feel like most of it is the snake is cornered, and you are in the path of the only exit.
And you're aggravating it. You're antagonizing it. You know what I'm saying? Like if people just walked by it and didn't even fuck with it, it wouldn't even move. But that's not what happens. People that get chased by them, they go up there and they poke at it with a stick, or they run up on it and it freaks it the fuck out.
I feel like most of the time that you get chased by it, you're not really getting chased. It's just trying to go for the exit also.
I believe that. Yeah. I don't know. There's a rattlesnake roundup.
Been chased by eels, bro? Hold up. We need to hear about this.
I don't even go in the ocean, so fuck that.
Bro, what kind of eel was it? Where were you? Was it saltwater, freshwater? And are you considering a leech and eel? Because you might be getting chased by some leeches. I don't know.
He's getting chased by some wieners, some electric wieners.
That was my friend Todd.
Yeah, I don't do that. I can't even go in the ocean, man. I don't even step in the ocean. If he was in the ocean and it happened.
Dude, all right, so for being so terrified of the ocean, I go pretty deep in the ocean. I'm an idiot. I
don't even go past my ankles. You know what I'm saying? I'm the little bitch up there on the shore, like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
I got Tamra, I got the kids. What am I gonna do, man? I gotta go out there, but I got a rule. I never go farther out than the farthest person out.
Yeah, so if something's gonna get them, it's gonna get their ass.
yeah. That's my rule. If I see that I'm the only one out there, I'm like, oh shit, I'm out too far. I gotta come in this motherfucker. Oh damn, it was a real eel. It was a moray eel in Hawaii. Bro, that's the sketchiest eel.
They're huge. Like moray
eels. Dude, you got chased by it or got by it? What happened?
Oh, he said it was in a creek. That would be pretty scary because the creek's really shallow and I bet they can get it. I bet they can just straight up that thing. I like watching the videos of like people getting shot by eels. That shit is funny. And they just lock up and fall out.
Bro, that makes me sad seeing like the fish getting shocked by that. I don't know why it bothers me more than watching a fish get eaten.
You work for PETA? Do you work for PETA?
No, bro, it bothers me more than watching a fish get eaten. I'll watch a fish get torn up, bro, like ripped to shreds, and be like, it's fine. But I watched that fish just go, yeah, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. Like something in me is just like, you know.
Did you see that video of that eel shock that dog? That dog was fucking with it, and that eel shocked it after he bit it. It let that shock out, and that dog said, "Arr!" Just fell right on over. I mean, it jumped right back up. It was fine, but it was fucking hilarious.
That's crazy.
That dog pissed himself, dude, for real.
Oh man, could you? All right, so he says I was snorkeling in Hawaii, and that thing came out of the cove.
No,
Maybe
that's
a
what
cave,
nightmares.
cove.
That's what nightmares are made of.
Bro, that is what dude, that's all right. So I have a fear of sharks. Like I feel like one day I'm gonna die by a shark attack, and I've tried to stay out of the ocean, but I got a family now, so I gotta be courageous and go face my fears. Like
I'm not scared of
dude,
anything in particular. I'm scared of what I don't know is in there. You know what I mean? Like I'm scared of what might be in there that we don't know about. That's because I'm not. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I am kind of scared of sharks. You'd be stupid not to be if you're in the ocean with them. But
right,
I know,
dude. There's so many things in the ocean that want to freaking kill you.
Oh yeah, all of them. Even little bitty fish would eat you if they could. You know what I mean?
But I do have to say, bro, one time we were on like one of these vacations. We rented some jet skis, and like we were in like a cove, and there was some dolphins that started riding next to us.
That's cool. My vacation is at Denny's. I don't really care to go to the ocean.
It was pretty cool though, man.
I'm a mountain man, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, when you look at a dolphin in the eye, though, it does look at you different. Like, it doesn't look like an animal, man. It looks at you like it knows you. Like, it's
I went
like
deep
you look
sea
at me,
once,
like, you're like, whoa, this thing's got a brain, dude. Like,
oh, yeah. When I seen them when I went deep sea fishing, and there was probably like 20. I mean, it probably wasn't that many, but I was a little kid. It seemed like 20 fucking dolphins. And they'll follow your boat. You know what I mean? Like, they'll literally swim with you. They're just very smart. I think they say that dolphins are like the smartest. Are they mammals? Is that
yeah?
Button or some shit?
So I ran a dolphin over with the jet ski.
Damn.
If you did that
now, if you did that now, you'd probably go to prison. You heard about all those people that went to jail or getting in trouble for touching
So we were in this spot, and this dolphin kept I wasn't moving. It was like a current, and we were just staying still, and the dolphin's like jumping next to us. We're all sitting still, and he came under my boat, and hit my boat, and I was like, oh shit, he mistimed it. He was trying to go under me and mistimed it. It was like dink and hit me. It was fine though, because it's a jet ski. It doesn't have a propeller or nothing.
Yeah. No, but those people
still hanging out with us for 10 minutes after that.
It's illegal to even touch a dolphin. I didn't know that. I didn't know that they were protected like that. But yeah, apparently it is. And you know what else I found out? I went to the zoo not long ago, and they had bald eagles, American eagles. And I was talking to her, and they have the endangered rating on the signs of all the animals out there.
Yep.
And it's not endangered anymore. Did you know that the bald eagle is not endangered anymore because of conservation? That's pretty fucking awesome. Well, let's give a shout out to the people that fucking did that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
heck yeah.
That's fucking badass, dude. That proves that shit.
Back, baby.
Yeah, America, goddamn it, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's amazing. I saw that and I was like, damn, man, there is a God. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's why, a lot of people, they breed certain reptiles for conservation. You know what I mean? Like the narwhal.
I have some axolotls. They're basically extinct in the wild.
You got some of those?
Yeah.
How do you like them? Because I was going to get one a while back, and I heard
they're pretty cool. They're dumb, blind, and wimps, but other than that, yeah, they're awesome.
I heard that it's a lot of upkeep. Is it?
Not really. No, there is not a lot of upkeep.
Just like a regular fish tank.
Yeah, they're just like fish. Exactly. The only thing is you got to keep the tank cooler. But in Texas, we all keep our houses refrigerated, so it's great. It's fine.
Yeah. Shit, my AC don't work. I got portables all in the house because our AC.
Man, if the AC don't work in Texas, you die, dude. You die.
Shit, I don't know,
you
dude,
just
like,
don't live anymore.
like what, a
You
couple
know?
weeks ago, it was the hottest that it's ever than it's been in like 100 years here, and the fucking air went out, and I had to go get all these portables because it was over 100 degrees, and I thought all my snakes were gonna die. I thought I was gonna die. I thought my daughter was gonna. I mean, we were sitting on the couch just dying. You know, like
Yeah,
sweating,
literally, you're dying. You're just like you're dying, right?
You're baking. You're like you're in an oven. You know what I'm saying? You're just baking alive.
absolutely. It's so freaking. Oh man, like being in the sun and out of the sun here is like a minimum of 10-degree difference, at least. It feels like if you're standing there, it's like 30.
You walk out and you just feel completely fucking drained as soon as that sun hits you, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like even in the shade. All right, so in the shade, it's like 100. You're like, all right, this is hot as balls. And then you go stand in the sun and your skin starts to singe off. And you're like ah! Yeah.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. I think I got to go to bed. It's almost 12 o'clock. I didn't realize what time it was. I got to get up at 4:30 in the morning.
That's cool, man. We had a solid
dude,
hour. I was gonna go and eat some food anyways.
Hell yeah, I made some deer burger tonight.
There you go.
But hell yeah, man. I appreciate you kicking me on here, man. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, man.
Heck yeah. And I appreciate everybody in the chat as well. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you guys later.
Later, bro.